Okay, so my students are reading about this holiday that you have in North America called Halloween. Well, we don't celebrate that, so I didn't know how to answer their questions. They talked about wearing costumes, monsters, and stuff like that. You guys, help!
Tarek, do you mean you don't know anything about the best and most fun holiday ever?
No, really, I don't know about it at all.
Well, it's a really great holiday that involves a lot of fun and scary things for kids and adults too.
Tell me more?
Well, on October 31st, kids and young people dress up in scary or funny costumes and go from door to door in their neighbourhoods and show their neighbours their costumes.
Uh-huh. What else happens?
Well, the kids say trick or treat, and the neighbours give them chocolate or candy, which the kids collect all night from all the houses they go to.
So the kids dress up like monsters, like Dracula, werewolves, mummies and ghosts, stuff like that?
Yeah, and don't forget, there's also pirates, witches, superheroes, and fairy princesses.
David, Monica, you guys are from North America too. Did you do that as well when you were kids?
Of course. Halloween is great fun. I love dressing up and collecting big piles of chocolate and candy from my neighbors.
What about you, Monica?
Sure, Halloween's my favorite holiday. I have a bunch of pictures of all these costumes I wore when I was a kid.
Okay, I'm getting it now. Carrie, you said adults like this holiday too. What do they do?
Well, many adults have parties too, and they enjoy the dressing up part of the holiday. Of course, the costumes are different, and the parties can be really fun, as the adults can get really creative about what they wear.
Hey, this is October, and this Halloween thing is coming up on the 31st, right?
Yeah?
Well, what will you do for this Halloween?
Well, I like to start Halloween off by watching a lot of scary movies. You know, really scary movies like The Exorcist, The Sixth Sense, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and The Blair Witch Project.
David, what do you do for Halloween?
I like to watch horror films too, but year-round, not just on Halloween. In fact, I think there's a new horror film opening this weekend, and I'll probably see it on Saturday night after I teach.
And for Halloween?
Well, since I have a lot of scary movies, I've recorded a lot of the screams on a cassette tape, and I play them at my front door all night. It's really scary, and it annoys the neighbors a lot.
I see. Well, Monica, what about you?
Well, back home in Boston, we really enjoy Halloween, both kids and adults. Before the holiday, I think about the most outrageous costume I could wear. One year I went as a snowman, and the next year I went as the mad scientist. And the following year, I went as Cruella de Vil. You know, from the Disney movie, 101 Dalmatians.
Okay, this Halloween seems like it could be fun no matter what country you come from. I think I'll rent some of these movies you guys have mentioned and think about what I can tell my class tomorrow about Halloween. Hey, what do you think of this idea? On October 31st, we could all have a Halloween party in my class. And we could all dress as characters and wear costumes and eat chocolate.
Let's do it.
Sounds
Do
great.
it. Yeah.
I want to be a table.
I was talking with my students in class today about music. It was amazing to learn what kind of music they like to listen to. All kinds of things. Arabesque, pop music, classical music, and even opera. I was really surprised by the variety of musical tastes.
Yeah, they like a lot of different things. Recently in my class, they asked what kind of music I listened to when I was in college.
Can I take your order?
What do you have to drink?
We have coffee, cappuccino, and tea.
I'll have a tea.
I'll have
Okay.
a cappuccino.
I'll have an orange juice.
Tea, please.
Okay.
So I'm curious too, Monica. What did you tell them?
Well, I have 3 older brothers in my family who love classic rock. You know, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin. I think I've heard Stairway to Heaven 10,000 times.
Tarek, what about you?
Well, I prefer modern music like hip-hop and dance. That's what I grew up with.
Have you guys noted that popular music today is different from 15 years ago?
What do you mean, Carrie?
Well, it seems that songs here come and go so quickly. A group puts out an album or a song. It's around for a year. Then it's gone, and no one remembers.
I think that's right. When my class was talking today, they named some musicians and groups they listen to and follow. And, to be honest, I had never heard of most of them.
That's because you're getting old, Dave.
Very funny, Monica.
Okay, time for a favorite musician survey.
Okay, go. What questions do you want to ask?
Let's start with Monica.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead and ask.
Okay, first question. Who was the first album, CD or cassette that you bought for yourself?
That's easy. It was a Duran Duran tape. I bought it when big hair and spandex were really popular.
Okay, second question. Who's the best rock singer?
That's more difficult. But I think that Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin was really great. I loved him.
Dave, here's a different question. Who is the best rock guitar player?
That's easy. The Rolling Stones are my all-time favorite band. So I would have to say Keith Richards is the best guitar player. And Mick Jagger is the best singer ever for a rock band.
Really? I'm not sure I totally agree with you.
Oh, really? Well, let's ask you the same question. Who's your favorite rock guitar player?
Well, I'm more of an Aerosmith fan. Joe Perry on guitar and Steve Tyler as they really works for me.
Yeah, I like them too. In high school, my friends and I thought they were incredible.
Tarek, we didn't ask you what your musical favorites are. How about you share your ideas?
Well, believe it or not, I'm here with the students at the school. I hardly know who you guys are talking about. Mick Jagger, Steve Tyler, who are those guys? They're all old grandpas. Isn't Mick Jagger 60 years old?
Yeah, these guys have been around for ages, but we like them for their music, not their age.
Well, I'm not really into the classic rock that you guys are talking about.
What kind of music do you like, Tarek?
Well, I like to go to raves. You know, those all-night dance parties where people dance until dawn. We don't really have a band. There's a DJ who keeps the music going for hours. People dance and dance all night.
Wow, I didn't know you liked going to raves. My sister just went to one of those back home, and she had a great time.
Well, next time I go, I'll let you know. If you want to come, it could be a lot of fun. In fact, you could all come if you want to.
That'd be cool. Shall we go?
Sure. Hey, you guys, did you read this in the paper today?
Read what, Dave?
There's this article on space. A number of countries, including the US, Russia, China, and some countries in Europe, are looking to launch spaceships to Mars.
Yeah, I heard that too. New discoveries are being made every day about other planets in our galaxy.
I like reading about new things that are happening and exploring the universe. In fact, I've just thought of a trivia question about space. Does anyone remember who the first person on the moon was?
That's easy. The first person on the moon was an American astronaut, Neil Armstrong.
That's right, Monica. Okay, good start. Does anyone remember the year that this happened?
I know I wasn't born yet, but my older brother was 7.
I know, the moon was first visited by humans in 1969.
Yes, well done. You're correct. Dave, what else does your article say?
Well, as you know, the sun is orbited by 9 planets. Different countries are sending ships into space to explore the unknown parts of our solar system.
I know this is an age-old question about space travel, but it's so expensive. A lot of people feel that the money that is being spent could be better used here on Earth.
It sounds like you feel the same way. Am I right?
Well, when I read articles about the money that is being spent to send scientists into space, and then I read about schools that have no books, old people having no place to live, it makes me wonder, are we spending this money the right way?
Well, you know, the other side of the argument is that the research that is being done may find amazing drugs that cure cancer, AIDS, or other terrible diseases.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that, but, you know, there are a lot of problems here on Earth, and the money could be used to change people's lives now.
Well, the article I'm reading says that the concerns you have mentioned are very real. It also says that the earliest people could visit Mars is in about 10 to 15 years.
I've always wondered what it would be like to be in space for months at a time.
Well, Monica, you raise a good point. How long do you think it would take to travel to Mars?
Good question. Let me think. Does anybody else want to guess?
I'm thinking a month or two of traveling to Mars.
Guess again.
Okay. About 6 months.
You're both wrong. Would you believe that if we launched a ship to Mars today, even at a very fast speed, it would take 13 months to get there?
You're joking.
That's unbelievable. That long?
Yes, and it creates another problem as well. It takes a lot of fuel and power to get a ship to Mars. And once we get the ship there, it takes an equal amount of power to get the ship back. And the trip home will take another 13 months.
I'm really wondering how long a trip like this would be. Sounds like a person could be gone for 3 years or more. That's a long time to be anywhere.
Just think though, what an honor it would be to enter history as the first person to set foot on the red planet, Mars.
Yeah. It would be amazing to be like Neil Armstrong. It would be a tremendous achievement.
All this talk about the planets and Mars and space travel has made me want to learn more about our solar system. If Mars is the next planet man will visit, what's the next planet after that? Saturn? Jupiter?
Dave, your students might find this an interesting topic to write about in class.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do a web search and see what I can find on Mars exploration. Then we could talk about it in class.
Okay. Dave, how are you going to get your students to talk or write about this topic?
Well, let's take Carrie's idea. Is this a good way for humans to be spending their money? Maybe we can get them to debate the point. What problems will arise? What are the benefits of space exploration? What will we gain and at what cost?
Dave, reading this article really got us all thinking about this interesting topic. Thanks. Let us know how it goes with your students, okay?
Of course.
Hey, Monica, have you ever lived or worked on a farm before?
In fact, I have. Why do you ask?
Well, in my class today, one of my students asked me if I ever milked a cow, fed chickens, or raised farm animals before.
Why did your student ask you those questions?
We were talking about growing up, and I told him I'd always lived in a small city. You know, I've never lived on a farm or in the country. So, Monica, can you tell me about some of your farm experiences?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Well, whose farm was it? Was it fun or boring? And did you have to do chores?
Well, I could tell you a lot about farm life because I spent 7 summers at my Uncle Henry's farm in Vermont.
Okay, Monica, I really want to know. What was a typical day like on your uncle's farm?
Well, on a farm, there's jobs to do for everyone. For example, the day begins early. Every morning, my Aunt Joyce would say, "Now, Monica, you ought to be careful around those cows before they're milked. They can kick."
Oh, that's nice. Getting kicked by a bull while you're trying to milk her.
Carrie, you don't milk bulls. They're male. Only female cows give milk.
Yeah. I should have known that. But I told you, I've never been on a farm before. So, go on, sorry. Tell me more.
Well, after milking the cows, we had a lot of other animals to feed. We had a lot of chickens to feed.
Did you get to read one of those, you know, what do you call them, plower things?
Do you mean a tractor, Carrie?
Yeah, that's it. Did you get to ride a tractor?
Yes, I've driven a tractor before.
Monica, I have to ask you. My class is all people who are born in the city. They have never been on a farm before. Will you come and tell some farm stories to my class?
Farm stories?
Yeah. Can you tell them about milking bulls, cows, feeding chickens, stuff like that?
Should I dress in overalls and carry a pitchfork that day?
Do you have one? A pitchfork, I mean.
Carrie, are you joking?
Okay, how about overalls then?
Are you for real?
Yes, Monica, please. My class would love to hear your stories.
Okay, what day do you want me to come?
How about tomorrow? I will tell them this afternoon that we'll have a guest speaker, and then you can come and tell them about your farm days and picking wildflowers, skipping through meadows, and other farm-like things.
You really can't believe I was a farm girl once, can you?
I do believe you, but you've never told us about this part of your life before. I think it's interesting.
Well, hopefully your students will find my stories interesting too.
Oh, don't worry. I will be there that day in case they're quiet. And I have a lot more questions myself.
You do? Like what?
Well, what's it like seeing baby animals being born? I saw our dog having puppies once and it was disgusting.
Well, on a farm you see animals being born all the time. I've seen calves and lambs being born. You really ought to see that. It's amazing.
No, thank you. Everything comes out looking all wet and slimy. That's really gross.
Carrie, you'd make a terrible farm girl.
I know. I'm more of a shopping and mall girl.
Okay, so I'll come to your class and talk to them about my farm days when I was a girl. What will you be doing when I'm talking to them?
Don't worry. I'll be listening to their questions. And as I said, I might add a few of my own.
Please, Carrie, I'll do this for you, but please don't ask any embarrassing questions in front of the class.
I wouldn't do anything like that. Trust me, I'm an English teacher. Oh, Tarek. What's wrong? You look terrible. Are you okay?
No, not really. One of my students was really ill in class yesterday, and I think I might have picked up something from her.
Oh no, that's terrible. You should go home and rest. You know, it's cold and flu season. You ought to be careful that you don't pass the cold on to others.
I know, I feel really bad. I think I have a fever, my body aches everywhere, and I'm starting to get a bad headache. Plus, my eyes are watery, my throat is sore, and I'm coughing every 5 minutes.
Sure sounds like a bad cold to me.
I know, me too.
Hi, Tarek. Tarek, you look even worse today. What are you doing here? You should be in bed.
I know. I've been to the doctor's office this morning, and she said the same thing. She gave me some pills to take and some stuff for my throat, but I haven't taken them yet.
Yeah, but why didn't you go home?
Well, I have these tests to score for my class, and I have to get them done.
Man, look at you. You look...
I know. I've been told I look terrible.
Yeah, that's the word. Terrible.
Thank you very much.
It looks like a bad cold. Have you been to the doctor's yet?
Yes, I have. I went to the doctor's this morning, before I came to school.
What did she tell you to do?
Well, you know, the usual. She said that I should take these pills, drink plenty of fluids, and rest for 3 days. She also said I might have to come back in 3 days, if I'm not better.
Yep, that's what they say everywhere. Okay, so what are you doing here?
Well, I just gave my class a midterm yesterday, and I want to give their test scores back. So I have to get these tests done.
Yeah, but your doctor said to get into bed and rest.
I know, but...
Look, I know you must be feeling really awful. Why don't you give the test to me? I will score them, and then I will give them back to you. In fact, I'll take your class tonight so you can go home and rest.
You're kidding. Would you do that for me?
Of course. Maybe someday I will be sick and you can return the favor. You know, you shouldn't be around these people when you're ill, as you might spread the germs to other people and make them sick.
Yes, I know. Well, Dave, if you could take the class and tests for me, I could go home right now. Would you score these for me?
No problem. What else do you need?
Well, if you could take my class for me tonight, we're doing a reading on Shakespeare. And in grammar, we're studying modals. You know, can, could, will, would, might.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Thank you so much. This is great. Now I can go home and rest.
Just show me your lesson plan and we'll be set.
Thank you again for your help. On this page.
Oh, okay. Tariq, hey, how are you doing?
David, you wouldn't believe it. I just came back from the hospital.
The hospital? What happened?
You won't believe this.
Wait a minute. Why do you have that bandage on your head?
Well, the medication that the doctor gave me made me feel really tired. This morning, when I went to take a shower, I fell and hit my head on the tile. I had to go to hospital to get my cut bandaged.
You're kidding.
No, it's been a terrible 3 days. First, I get the worst cold of my life. Then I fall in the shower and I have to get my head sewn up. It's one thing after another with me lately.
Wow, that is a bad week. You have had some really bad luck.
Well, I'm glad I'm better now again. But I was sick on my days off from teaching. Now I still have 5 more days until I have time off again.
Well, the good news is that you are better. Your class made you a get well card, and we are all glad to see you again.
Thanks. And thanks again for taking my class too. And I am glad to be feeling well again.
Hey, you guys, look at this. There's a circus coming to town.
Really? I love the circus. I used to go every year when I was a kid. My dad used to take my sisters and I all the time. I love the circus.
The circus, huh? I haven't been to the circus in years. I love seeing the elephants and lions. The clown scared me to death, though. My mother has this picture of me screaming my head off with the circus clown.
I wish I could see that.
So we're going to this, right?
Yeah, when is it?
They come a week from today and we'll be staying for 8 days.
Hi everybody.
Hey, Tariq.
What are you guys talking about?
Monica just saw that the circus is coming to town and we all want to go. Will you come with us?
You mean clowns and animals? Stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. Do you like the circus?
Yeah, of course. When shall we go?
Well, why don't you all give me your schedules and I'll check and see when we're all free. I hope we have an afternoon or night we can all go. Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Great news.
Yeah? What's up?
Well, I checked everything, and we're all free Wednesday afternoon, the 8th. It's gonna be Circus Day.
Great. I feel super about this. You know, the circus is an old entertainment tradition. If people don't get out there and buy tickets, the circus won't make any money.
I know. Today, young people have so many ways to spend their time. Computer games, DVDs, the internet. This is our chance to see some live entertainment.
Monica, I just had a great idea. Why don't we see about making this a school activity? Maybe there are students who would like to go and have never experienced a circus before. What do you think?
That's a great idea. I think the students would love that.
Well, let me get on the computer and make a flyer to advertise our circus day. Then I'll make some copies, hand them out to all the teachers, and then we can collect money and buy the tickets.
Great. Let's see what the others have to say.
Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie, where have you been?
I was doing some shopping. What are you guys doing?
Well, Dave and I were thinking that maybe it would be more fun if we opened up our circus day to students and not just teachers.
Well, that idea has a lot of potential. I think a lot of them would enjoy an afternoon out. Why don't we talk about it in classes this week?
Dave is making a flyer right now. If people are interested, they can sign up and pay their money. Then, we can buy tickets for the Wednesday show on Friday.
Great, I like this idea. Who thought of it?
Well, to be honest, it was all Dave. In fact, our little computer genius is going to be making flyers that we could use later this week.
Oh, you guys are really taking the lead on this one. It's good.
Hi everybody.
Hey, Tariq.
Hi,
Hey.
Tariq. How are
Good,
you?
How are you?
Good, thank you. Hey, you two look like you're cooking something up. What are you up to?
Well, actually, it's the 3 of us, and with you, that would make 4.
I have to start hanging around here more. I feel like I'm always the last to know everything.
You tell him, Monica.
Well, we're set for Circus Day on the 8th, next Wednesday. We want to open this up to students here at school, too. And David's making a flyer.
Did you say the 8th?
Yes, why?
Oh, no.
What's the matter? I checked everyone's schedule. You're free, right?
Well, actually, I'm not.
What do you mean?
Well, some of the students in my class asked me to help them with gerunds and infinitives. And they picked Wednesday afternoon, next week, the 8th.
Oh, no. We miss the circus with us then?
Well, I'm not sure. If I can talk to them in tomorrow's class, perhaps we can move the study date to another afternoon, and then we can all go to the circus together.
Okay, we'll check with your class. It would be great if we could have all 4 of us together for this afternoon. We hardly have time to spend with each other.
Okay, I don't want to miss this. Let's try to work it out.
Let us know, okay?
Monica, thanks for organizing all this. It should be great fun.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Hey, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Monica, what's your photo album doing here?
Well, my class and I were talking about past, present, and future, and we were using photos to talk about things we used to do. So I brought mine in to talk about things from the past.
Hey, that's a good idea. I think I'll use that sometime.
Monica, your book of photos is really full. Can we take a look at some of your pictures?
Of course. You know I've been all over the world, so I have some interesting photos in there.
So, is it really okay? Can we all look at some of your pictures? You know, we might find some interesting ones in there.
Really, it's okay.
Cool. I love looking at other people's photos. They can tell me a lot about a person. Can you tell me where this one was taken?
That looks like my trip to Hawaii.
Monica, look at you in that swimsuit. You look so... young. Not that you don't look that way now, of course.
Well, I'll have you know, I was going to be a lifeguard if I was able to swim better.
Yeah, I hear that is kind of important if you want to save lives in the water.
I would have been a lifeguard if I had had a better body. I swim okay, but the tiny bathing suits are just not for me.
I'm getting a mental picture of Dave in a Speedo. Ugh.
Okay, enough of that.
Monica, where's this photo taken and who are you with?
Oh, that was taken on a trip to London a few years ago. I should tell you a funny story about that.
What happened?
Well, I was on a flight from New York to London, and these were the guys that were sitting behind me.
Excuse me, what can I have you?
May I have a Coca-Cola?
1 Coca-Cola,
I'll have an orange juice.
1 orange juice,
I'll have a cola.
1 cola,
Coke, please.
1 Coke. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, carry on.
Well, they were joking a lot on the plane and being really flirty. I couldn't believe how funny they were.
And then?
Well, the funny thing was, they were all staying at the same hotel I was. I should have known that if I talked to them, they would be asking me out on a date. Sure enough, the 3 of them were after me all week. Not only did they stay at the same hotel I was, but they were staying on the same floor.
Look, more beach pictures.
Where was this one taken, Monica?
Orange juice.
That was at Bondi Beach in Australia.
How did you like it there?
It was awesome.
Tell us more.
Well, the sand at the beach is powdery and really white. And the sea is the most beautiful shade of blue. And the waves are enormous.
Are there a lot of surfers there?
Yes, the boys, and there are girl surfers there too, have the most gorgeous bodies. So brown and healthy looking, and their hair white blonde from the sun and surf. I had a great month there.
Here's some pictures of the beach at sunset.
Yeah, when the sun goes down, the surfers gather on the beach and sing songs, dance, and have barbecues.
I could go for a bit of that right now. A month at the beach. Think about it. A little beach house with a porch at the front, the sound of the waves crashing nearby, sound of seagulls overhead. Sounds like heaven to me.
Oh look, Tarek found my other favorite beach photos, Brazil.
I didn't know you had been to Brazil.
Yeah, I taught English there for a year. It was a dream. Brazilians really know how to have fun.
And more amazing beach photos.
Ooh, look at these.
Yeah, those were the beach volleyball photos. There was a tournament being played while we were there. The crowd really enjoyed it.
Look at the mountains in the background. How beautiful.
Yeah, the people in Brazil really like to spend the day at the beach, reading under umbrella, playing volleyball, surfing, and even snorkeling way out in the ocean.
Now I have a big problem.
What's that?
Well, where should I go on my next vacation? Hawaii, Australia, or Brazil?